Yes, Nityanam, all of you.
Nityanam, everyone.
And welcome. We just had the darshan of Swamiji, and darshan is always the most auspicious, most joyous. It's the juice of whole day itself, where you receive the grace, you receive the blessings, you receive the darshan, nine diksha of Bhagwan himself. That is the day. That is the juice of whole day that all of us have been waiting for. So, and this is the right time after the darshan that we start manifesting the powers of Parameshwar. And today we are manifesting the power of clairvoyance. So, with Acharyas, we'll be looking at the picture, discussing about the picture through the third eye, through the power of Dura Drishti. Manifest this power of clairvoyance and see what all details is being revealed to you.
Yes. So, requesting all participants to please settle down. There are many participants here in the room who are currently not on camera. Please join back and get ready to participate in the power manifestation. Man Tiana Resha, Zhu Weiping, Ma Sangananda, Li Juan Zhou, and Shintia Lingopavan. Let us get ready and manifest this power together. Actually, all the other participants who are present on camera are also invited and requested to join. And let's get started.
So with this, you can sit with your head, neck, spine in a straight line and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Understand, when you surrender yourself to Swamiji, surrender to the living avatar. He is the Paramatar of Paramashiva. He is incarnation of Paramashiva, who has happened on the planet Earth. Yes, you can have the blindfold as well if you wish. Yes, you can have the blindfold, ma. He has happened on the planet to give us the superconscious breakthrough, whether you remember or you don't remember. The moment you have connected to Swamiji, that means whether in this lifetime or the previous lifetime or many other lifetimes, you have been looking for that superconscious breakthrough that has drawn you towards Swamiji. And because Swamiji himself has happened to give that superconscious breakthrough, all of us are here and having this opportunity to engage in this power manifestation and having darshan of Swamiji again and again. So with this, let's start manifesting this power. We'll be entering into this power manifestation. As we visualize Swamiji in our space, visualize his infinite love, compassion, and grace overflowing through you. Gently bring your awareness to your third eye. And start to unclutch from every identities that you carry, all the limitations that you feel, all the bondages. Go on unclutching. Go on unclutching from even the concept of time. Unclutch. Even from the word unclutch. Now from that pure unclutch space, let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. As you keep chanting the Mahavakya, now start to scan the image that the acharyas are looking at. And Let's manifest this power of clairvoyance, the power of Divadrashti. Let's begin.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes.
Yes, Nitin, all of you. So now, as we acharyas were looking at the image, you can go ahead and start sharing what was revealed to you through the power of clairvoyance, Dura Drishti. So let's please go ahead and let us share. We already have a couple of sharings. Sri Lingodwan shares blue, yellow, purple, sky, bird, brown, flower. Yes, thank you for sharing and requesting all of you to start sharing what was the revelation to you through your third eye. And remember, whatever was revealed to you, do not hesitate to share. Many times you will feel like, yes, I saw this, but this cannot be in the picture. Or you might be thinking, it's just a fraction of a second. So, no. So, many times you neglect many of the revelations. So, without any judgment, without any um judgment or any restriction, just share.
Yes, Maha Agorarupini is sharing blue, white, bright colors, green plants, streams, hillsides, coffee, wine, red, vegetables, fruits, purple. All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
And requesting other participants as well to share. Meanwhile, all the participants on YouTube, you can also start sharing. Yes, Sri Lingodvan shares green. Okay, thank you. Yes, please go ahead and share. And if you are still sharing, you can go ahead. Meanwhile, we'll be actually showing you the image that we acharyas have been looking at so that you can verify your power manifestation. All right. So as you can see, this is a beautiful picture of entrance, maybe to a garden itself, which is decorated in a beautiful way. You can see all over it's green. You can see just in the on the sideways there are kind of a arc that are layers of arc. At least 4 arc is visible in this, and made of leaves. Yes.
Yeah, it seems to be part of a botanical garden. You can see there's some colorful flowers at the very end of this tunnel. There's some palmyra trees at the side, a lot of tropical plants you can see. So Lingopavan, definitely on spot. I'm sure there will be many birds in there as well, even though the sky is not really blue here in this picture. You could definitely envision the scene of walking through this garden with all the birds and the different plants and flowers. Applies to Ma Ananda Agora Rupini as well. A lot of green plants, streams, hillsides. Generally, in botanical gardens, you will see like the artificial arrangement. So you walk through the garden and see all the different ecosystems and all that. So it's very much related. So celebrate yourself for manifesting this power.
Yes. So this power of clairvoyance, power of Duradrashti, this is a power of that we are manifesting. So congratulations to all of you for manifesting this power. And congratulations to all the participants, those who have even not shared but manifested, and even for being a part of this power manifestation. So with this, we'll be entering into just before darshan. Throughout the day, we are going through the sessions on science of enlightened conflict management to live Advaita. So before the sessions, we had sessions on the true love. In this session, we are going to be getting revealed by Swamiji on the ultimate relationship of your life with the Guru. Understand, or any other relationship are impermanent. It is the relationship with the Guru that is permanent. It stays with you beyond this life and many life until you reach. Swami says very beautifully, till you reach enlightenment, he is going to take the responsibility for you to get enlightened. So this is beyond one lifetime or beyond. Generally, all other relationships last for few days, few months, few years. But this relationship with the Guru is the everlasting relationship and the ultimate relationship, because it is Guru who gives you the superconscious breakthrough, that ultimate consciousness, the very purpose of human existence itself. So having Guru is the ultimate relationship that you can have in your life. So let's enter into this revelation by Swamiji.
Krishna starts a strange kind of instructions. Continuously in next 4 sloka, he gives various options. Step by step, step by step, step by step. He says, if you can't do this, do that. If you can't do this, do this. If you can't do this, do this. Krishna is giving various options. He is giving various instructions. And he says, first thing, Adaschittam samadadum nachaknoshi mayi stiram abhyasa yogena tado mamit chaptum Dhananjaya. O Dhananjaya, fix your mind upon me with a constant practice and try to attain me. If you are not able to practice, then perform actions for me. Then Apyasepya savarto asimat karmo paramo bhavaha madattamavi karmani kurvan siddhimavapsyasi. If you can't practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Because working for me will help you. Adaitapya saktosi kartumatyogamastritaha sarvakarma balatyagam tadak kuryadatmavan. If you are not able to even work in that mood, consciousness, give up all the results to me. He is giving various options to Arjuna. These 4 slokas, continuously gives options to Arjuna. Shreyo jnanam apyasat jnanat jnanam visishyate jnanat karma balastyagas tyagas chantiranantaram. So many instructions he is giving. Step by step he is giving the option. Actually, this is not even for Arjuna, for all kinds of mind. Let me tell you a small story from Ramana Maharshi's life. Somebody goes to Bhagavan and asks, Bhagavan, what spiritual practice I should do? He says, do Atma Vichara, self-enquiry. Start searching, who am I? After a few days he comes back and says, it is very difficult, can I do meditation? Bhagavan says, all right, do it. After a week he comes back and says, meditation also very difficult, can I do some stotra and japa? He says, all right, do. After a few days he comes back, japa also very difficult, can I do some puja? He says, all right, do. After a few days he comes back, puja also very difficult, can I start going only to temple and come back? Then Bhagavan says, all right, do what you want. They do not want to close the doors for anybody. Please understand, They are giving option for everybody. Here this fourth sloka also is giving option for everybody. You need to have tremendous spontaneity to understand this. Only with spontaneity you will be able to handle these four instructions. For example, when you are in the mood of not meditating, if you don't feel like meditating, you are in a very low mood, then don't try to sit in a room with closed doors. Don't try to fight with yourself. Just come out, come to the temple, spend some time freely walking, moving around. It will relax you. Then you can enter into meditation. And if you are not able to do that also, take something else. Do something which gives you a really relaxed mood, which makes you feel relaxed. Then you can enter. Here he tries to give you step-by-step instruction to the ultimate, last step. Last step is just being in that consciousness, bliss. But because you can't do that, don't stop altogether. At least do something. I have seen people who will speak about meditation, speak about Atma Sadhana, all these things, but when it comes to practice, thinking of doing meditation, they will stop all this puja, rituals, everything. In the end, they will not do the meditation also. Because I don't have enough time, Swamiji. My mind is not concentrated, Swamiji. I am not able to sit quietly, Swamiji. First they will drop all these things in the name of meditation. Then they will drop the meditation also because of some reason. Then neither this nor that. Krishna doesn't want that to happen to us. You need spontaneity to decide what to do at that moment. Whenever I utter the word spontaneity, I always remember this one story. This really happened. It is not just a story. It's not just a story. It really happened. In my native place, it was a small village. Now it has become a little like a district headquarters, town. In those days it was a small village. They used to recite Mahabharata. Mahabharata every year. Every year in that corner of that village. In India, every traditional village will have this recitation of Mahabharata. Once in a year. They believe that if you recite Mahabharata, rain will come. So because of that, they have the habit of reciting Mahabharata. In North India, Bhagavata. In North, they recite Bhagavata. In South India, Mahabharata recitation or Ramayana. My village, they used to recite Mahabharata once in a year for 60 days. In daytime, they will tell the story. They will recite the story. Nighttime, a small drama. Village drama. Not organized, trained, arranged people. In that village itself, 4 people will take some role and they will play the drama. More than a drama, the mistakes which they do will be funny. So people all will sit and gather. People all will gather and sit and watch. Not for the drama's sake. The mistakes which they do will be really funny. Because what comes as Veena for Saraswati, same thing will come as Gada for Arjuna. For Hanuman. Hanuman will bring the same thing as Gadayudam. Next day, Saraswati will bring the same thing as Veena. It will be really funny. And 4 or 5 people only will play all the role. And Krishna will be some 80-year-old man with one stick in a hand, and he will not be even able to walk. With the help of somebody, he will come and, oh Arjuna, stand up. By that time he says, Arjuna, stand up, he will fall. And it will be really funny to watch the whole drama. All the mistakes they do. And I used to go and attend that drama every night. And only male can participate as a ritual. It's done as a ritual also. the people who participate, they have to wear the sacred thread in the hand, and it is done as a ritual. They will have to recite all those poems completely, and they have to do. Only male participate in the rituals. That day, the scene is supposed to be the Vastrabharana, Draupadi Vastrabharana. That removing the clothes, sari from Draupadi. Trying to pull the sari from Draupadi. That is the scene. And this guy, he had all the makeup and decoration, and 7 thin saris he was wearing. According to the scene, the Duchadana is supposed to pull till 6th sari, and by the time it comes to 6th sari, he has to act as if he has become tired and he is falling, and he has to do some drama and fall. Then Krishna will appear. And actually, the moment Duchadana is about to fall, Draupadi will shout, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna will appear. Because I am remembering the whole scene. And Krishna will appear. Suddenly what happened when the scene started, the Duchadana forgot the count. He forgot the count. Total 7 sari. He is supposed to pull 6 sari. By 6th sari, he should fall. Once he falls, Draupadi will call Krishna, Krishna. Then Krishna will jump in the stage. This is the scene. And this guy somehow he forgot the number, counting. And he started pulling the 7th sari also. He started pulling the 7th sari also. And this Draupadi, she is trying to show through eyes, hey, it's 7th sari, 7th sari. But this guy is not understanding. He thought that Draupadi is acting nicely, so he is pulling. Then suddenly, Draupadi started beating Duchadana directly. Hey, leave my sari. Hey, leave my sari. It's my sari, it's my sari. Straight away, Draupadi attacks Duchadana. And we are all surprised. Morning the story says different. Now evening drama says something different. And straight away he is attacking. Actually, by the 6th sari, Duchadana is supposed to fall, and Draupadi should cry Krishna, Krishna. Krishna should jump into the stage. And Krishna is waiting behind the screen with beedi. And he is waiting for the call to jump into the stage. With beedi is standing behind the stage. And he is waiting for Draupadi to call. And Draupadi is shouting, hey Duchadana, leave my sari. And hey Duchadana, leave my sari. So Krishna is thinking still the scene is going on. Till the 6th sari is not over. He is thinking standing there smoking the beedi. And this fellow, without understanding, finally, he got, and moreover, Draupadi kicked him also. So he got so much angry, he just pulled the sari completely. Suddenly we saw in the stage with a half female decoration and with a dryer, this guy is standing. Below male, above female. All makeup, female makeup. The long hair and the face with female makeup and female dress, above female dress and below male dress. This guy is standing in the stage. And somehow this guy is little spontaneous. Suddenly he turned, Krishna, just because you can't come, you made me as male and saved my life. You converted me into male and saved my prestige. This guy is a spontaneous guy. He manages the whole situation because he has to manage the mistake done by Duchadana and the mistake done by Krishna, because he has not appeared on the stage. He is supposed to appear and still he is waiting with his beedi. for the call. When Draupadi will call Krishna, Krishna. When you have spontaneity, really you can manage anything. Whenever I remember the word spontaneity, I remember this story. One more small incident. That is also again about spontaneity. Actually, spontaneity is one of the spiritual quality. Only a man who is not caught in his past, who is able to slip from his past, can be spontaneous. If you have vested interest in your past decisions, in your past life, when I say past life, I don't mean previous births, in this birth. If you don't have vested interest in your past decisions, means if you are really open to understand what all mistakes you made in the past and ready to update yourself, only then you can be spontaneous. If you have vested interest in the past, no, all these years I lived believing this idea and understanding in this way. Today, just because something is told to me, I will not change. I am not going to change. Because throughout my 50 years of life, I lived based on this concept. I cannot change. Then you can never be spontaneous. And you will miss life. Miss life miserably. Please be very clear. The very quality of life is, it updates itself. It can be called as intelligence only as long as it updates itself. When it stops updating itself, it is called intellect. It can be no more called as intelligence. Intelligence is living energy. In Sanskrit, we have a word called di. Di means which is alive. In Sanskrit, the word for intelligence is di. Di is an energy which is alive, which continuously updates itself. Only if you don't have vested interest in your past, the decisions of your past, or the way in which your past is lived, the way in which you lived your past life, only then you will be able to be spontaneous. Spontaneity is one of the great spiritual quality. One person, I was speaking at the time on Isavasya Upanishad. I was giving a discourse. One elderly person, by seeing you can say well-read, scholar, elderly scholar. Straight away he walked into the hall. I was giving discourse. He did not even have a basic courtesy to put any question after the discourse. Straight away he walked into the hall and said, all these fools who have not read, you can make them listen to you. Can you make me listen to you? I just said, please come, I am not able to hear what you said. He came near. I said, please come this side. What do you want to say? He came this side. Then I said, I think there is some table. Please come this side. I turned this side. He naturally came near. Then I told, already you have listened to me 3 times. Now sit and listen what I say. Already you obeyed me 3 times. Now sit and listen what I say. You seem to be a very good person. Do sit and listen. You can never escape from spontaneity. Later on, I was surprised. I read this same story with a Zen master. After this incident happened, sometime when I was reading some book, I read the same story, a Zen master's life. I was surprised how this history repeats itself. Anyhow, then the guy was shocked. He was shocked. What happened? Actually, when you have the spontaneity, nothing can stop you. Spontaneity is one of the great spiritual quality. Here, Krishna gives 4 different instructions. Either you can establish yourself in Bhakti Yoga or live a regular routine life of spiritual routine, or sacrifice all the fruits of action to God, or live in the consciousness and do the action. Whatever you want, you can do. He says, at least, if not this, do this. If not this, do this. If not this, do this. Now, all we need to understand is, don't stop in the low level. Try to always go to the higher level. When you can't go to the higher level, at least stay with the lower levels. Don't renounce completely. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, why do we have so many gods in India or in the Eastern religions? All Eastern religions have got many gods, whether it is Hinduism or Buddhism or Jainism. They all have so many gods, so many saints, so many gurus. And all the Western religions has got only one God. Why? See, Vivekananda says beautifully in one place, in one discourse, freedom is the basic condition for any growth. In any field, if growth has to happen, means freedom is basic condition. Basic condition. In the East, always they have had inner freedom. You can worship whatever God you want, according to your mind, according to your mental setup. You had a complete freedom in the inner world. Your husband can worship Shiva and you can worship Kali. Your husband can worship Kali and you can worship Rama. Nobody will disturb. Your religion or spiritual practice is your option. That's why we have the concept Ishta Devata. Ishta Devata means whatever form suits your mind, you can worship that form. In scriptures, they say 33 crore devatas, means 330 million gods. Actually, I think that time that was the population. So they wanted, let each one have customized God. Let you have customized God. That is why they said 330 million. Now, if the scripture is written, they will say 6 billion gods. Each one has got freedom to choose his path. They had inner freedom. That is why the East has grown so much in spirituality. In that freedom, there are so many good things. Tremendous research work happened in the inner world because of that freedom. So much of research is done in the inner world, and so much of truths related to inner world is brought to the light, brought to the humanity, because so many people entered into that. There will always be few fake. Please be very clear. When so many millions of people enter into that path, when so many millions of things are expressed, there will always be one or two superstitious things. You think superstitious things are only in the spirituality. In science, lot more superstitious things exist. In science, lot more superstitious things exist. At least in spirituality, they have no vested interest of saying something. Whatever masters say, that is not going to add anything in their personal life. They are going to eat only that much, and they are going to wear only those few pieces of dress. Nothing is going to add in their life. But with the scientists, whatever they declare, it is going to add name and fame, money, comfort to their life. So naturally, they have vested interests. With the spiritual people, the more they are renouncing, means less they enjoy the comforts of the outer world, more they are respected. So naturally, whatever truths they declare, whatever research they do, it's not going to add anything to their personal life. Because the respect is given only based on the life, not on their words. With scientists, it is based on their words. So in science, there is more possibility for superstitious things than in the spirituality. And more people, when they enter into this life, there will always be one or two superstitious things. Just because of that, we can't say the religious freedom itself is wrong. Spiritual freedom itself is wrong. It has done a lot of good things also. In the West, they have social freedom. You can marry as many number of times you want. You can change your house the way in which you want. You can change your profession the way in which you want. Nobody will bother. Nobody will mind. You can dress as you want. Still now I know in India, people who obey the family traditions, who have not gone out of their family homes, they don't even shift their houses, they don't change profession, they don't change lifestyle. East, they don't have social freedom, but they have spiritual freedom. In the West, they have social freedom, but not spiritual freedom. Any growth to happen, freedom is basic condition. Here, Krishna is expressing the spiritual freedom. In these 4 slokas, he gives the spiritual freedom to all of us. He says, there are so many paths. Choose something which suits your mentality and practice it. But do at least something. With the Eastern tradition, they gave many choice. If you are intellectual type, Shiva suits you. Continuously sit and meditate. If you are emotional type, bhakti type, Vishnu is here. Sing and dance like a Chaitanya. Meera. Sing the glory like a Alvars. Relate with Vishnu. If you are a type of being, then Devi is there. If you are a yoga type, if you are a type of yogi, then Devi is here. Meditate on Devi. Do the pujas. Do the tantra sadhanas. So many different kinds of techniques. The options are many. So, again and again, you are given so many options. You have the customized way, customized path for your personal growth. So naturally, wherever you are, you can grow and reach the level where you are supposed to reach. They have all size ladders, all different kinds of steps. Wherever you are staying, from there to the goal, there to the end, continuously you are given choices, you are given options. So naturally, you tend to take up something or other. The East has explored so much. It has explored so many things. It has done such a big research in the inner space because of spiritual freedom. West has achieved so much in the social level because of social freedom. Of course, India has struggled a little bit because of lack of social freedom. But it has got a lot because of the spiritual freedom. Because of spiritual freedom. Here, Krishna is explaining, giving all the choices of spiritual freedom. Do this or do this or do this. These 4 slokas explains the spiritual freedom given to the society. Here Krishna is giving spiritual freedom to Arjuna to choose, of course, not only to Arjuna, through Arjuna to all of us. Abhyaso abhyasammarto asimat karmo paramo bhavaha madartamabi karmani kurvan siddhimavapsyasi. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Siddhim avapsyasi. Then he says one by one, giving all the options. Finally he says, Shreyo hinyanam apyasat jnanat jnanam visishyate dhyanat karma bhalatyagam tyagas santiranandaram. If you can't take all these practices, then engage yourself in cultivation of knowledge. He says, at least collect all these life solutions. Cultivation of knowledge means collecting the life solutions. How to avoid depression, how to be more courageous, how to be strong, how to avoid when desires and emotions take you over. These are all the knowledge. If you can collect life solutions which can help you, protect you. See, we speak about earthquake kit. We speak about hurricane kit. They say that a water bottle and so many things. All these things should be made as a kit and kept in all the cars in Los Angeles, in California. That fire department website, there's a big list. What all you have to do to prepare yourself for earthquake. They call it earthquake kit. Here, in the West, they speak and prepare all these things. But they don't prepare to face the earthquakes which happens inside. The emotional imbalance which happens inside. Just like preparing for earthquake, you need to have the inside, inner earthquake kit. The inner earthquake kit is what I call these life solutions. Knowledge. Collect all these things now itself, so that when you face some depression, be very clear, all of us are going to face some inner earthquake in our life at some time, at some point or other. If you are dead, then there will be no problem. If you are dead, then there will be no earthquake. As long as you are alive, naturally at some point some of your friend will die. Some of your relative will die. Some near and dear may fall sick, or they may die. All these things are inevitable. Inevitability of the moment to moment has to be understood. Understanding the inevitability of life and collecting the knowledge, collecting the tools to support yourself at that moment, collecting the ideas to balance yourself at that moment is what I call jnana, knowledge. We need to prepare earthquake kit for our life. Otherwise, we will not be able to recover. You see, the aftermath will be terrible. If you never expect, if you don't expect, if you don't brainstorm, now itself, the inner earthquakes which may happen in your life, or inner hurricanes which may happen in your life, inner storms which may happen in your life, your aftermath will be very difficult. Please prepare now itself for aftermath. In the Eastern system, they prepare continuously for inner hurricanes, inner tornadoes, inner earthquakes. The jnana is the earthquake kit. Knowledge is the earthquake kit for inner space. Now, human beings are developed. You don't have to choose between inner and outer. Have the outer earthquake kit in your car. Have the inner earthquake kit in your heart. You don't have to choose. Now you have both. Because of communication, we have both. Somebody was asking me, Swamiji, Buddha made 10,000 people enlightened. What is your aim? I said, without newspaper, without flight, without telegram, without website, if Buddha can make 10,000 people enlightened, with all these things, we should make at least 10 lakh people enlightened. Only then it is worth having all these things. We have today flight, internet, media, newspaper, radio, TV, everything. We have all communication system. When we have whole thing, at least 10 lakh, only then it is worth having all these things. Otherwise all these things are not worth having. Now you have everything, inner world and the outer world. Have your earthquake kit in the car. Same way, have your inner earthquake kit in your inner space. And never take inner earthquake very lightly. If you take it lightly, naturally you are going to, of course, taking inner earthquake lightly itself is ignorance. It means you are inviting a big trouble without preparing for aftermath. Be very clear. When it comes in the outer world, you can always blame somebody. You can always blame officers, officials, directors, politicians. You can blame somebody and get rid. You can put the responsibility on somebody. When it comes to the inner world, you can't blame anybody. You can't blame anybody. It is you who is going to take the responsibility. It is you who is going to face. As Krishna says, Uttared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadayet atmanyeva bandhuhu ribu ratmaivaha. It is you who is supposed to lift yourself by yourself. If you can lift yourself by yourself, you are the great friend for you. Otherwise, you are the great enemy for you. He gives the option between these things: practicing, cultivation of knowledge and meditation, or renunciation of the fruits of action, karma phala tyaga. In all these things, one is better than the other. First thing, he says, cultivate knowledge. Better than knowledge is dhyana, meditation. Better than that is offering everything at the feet of God. And he says, by renunciation of all the karma phala, all the fruits of action, immediately you achieve peace. As long as you think everything is mine, you have to suffer. The moment you surrender, the moment you hand over the whole thing to divine, something called inner healing happens to you. Your inner space experiences the healing breeze of divine. Santiranandaram, he says, the eternal peace immediately happens to a person who renounces the fruits of action. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna cha nirmamo nirahankaro samadukka sugachami sandushta sadadam yogi yadatma drida nischayah Mayarpida mano buddhir yomat bhakta same priyaha. He says, now, see all these slokas, he was telling Arjuna, do this, do that, or do this, or do this. Now he says, now he's not telling, do this or do that. He says, who does all these things will be very dear to me. If you don't do also, okay. If you do, you will be very dear to me. Emotional blackmail. Not directly, indirectly. Of course, for good purpose, nothing wrong. Who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind, intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Understand, here he says, who is not envious and kind friend to every living entity. It's a very important quality. Before that, let us analyze our mind. If we honestly analyze, at any time, if somebody says he loves me, or he loves you, if any time somebody comes to you and says he loves you, you never believe that. First thing you calculate what he wants from me. What he wants from me. First thing, you don't believe that you are worthy of loving. Next thing, you don't believe somebody can honestly love, because you never love anybody honestly. Because you always calculate. You expect the other person also calculates. All our love is just only skin deep. You know the depth of the skin. It's only skin deep. Here he says, a person who is friend of everyone, who is friend of everyone, kind friend of everyone, who honestly serves, feels the friendliness in everybody, and who is free from false ego. Now we have to understand this word false ego. Ego means not only showing what you don't have, hiding what you have. Many times there are two kinds of ego. Superiority complex, the active ego and passive ego. Active ego is showing which you don't have, and passive ego is, no, what can I do? I am a simple person, I cannot achieve anything, I cannot do anything. Hiding yourself into that passive ego. Inferiority complex also is ego. Please be very clear. One thing, at least with superiority complex, wherever you go, you will have a nice beating. The society will nicely give you. You will understand. You have superiority. With inferiority, society will not beat you. And it is a cunning way of hiding yourself from life. You will not even know you have a problem. Person who hides in the inferior ego will suffer the same way, I think much more deeply, than a person who hides himself in the superiority ego. And a person who says, I don't want name, both are egoistic. If you ask for name, you are egoistic. And if you don't, again, that shows the passive ego. Person who lets things happen, person who allows things to flow as it is, only lives with reality. And then Bhagavan makes a comment, after all, who is going to know who are you? Who is going to know who are you? Why do you think you are a big person and your name is so great and everybody is as if, you think as if everybody knows your name? That is why you don't want your name. Nobody knows your name, relax. Bhagavan says very clearly, nobody knows your name, relax. Nobody knows our name. Please be very clear. Asking for name and saying that I don't want name, both are different kinds of ego. Different varieties of ego. The inferior ego also ego. That is why here he says false ego. You are not only supposed to be free from ego, you are supposed to be free from false ego. You can't hide yourself in inferiority complex. Small story. A master asked disciple, please press my feet, do little padaseva. Disciple says, oh, I am a sinner, how can I touch your feet? And he just don't want to do, his laziness. I am a great sinner, how can I touch your feet? How can I have that great, how can I do that? It's such a big thing. And some devotee brought some fruits and prasad. The master put little in his mouth and kept it. Next day he saw nothing is there. He asked disciple, what happened? He said, Guru Prasad, how can I leave it? I finished the whole thing. Because it is Guru Prasada, I finished the whole thing. See, the mind, in a nice way we handle all the concepts. Wherever we want, we insert. When we don't want to do work, we say, no, how can I touch your feet? I am not qualified that much. I am not such a pure soul. When you want the food, Guru Prasad, and finish it. Many times, we collect all these concepts to support our ideology. That is why they say, devil quotes the Bible. Please be very clear, only devil quotes the Bible. When you quote only the specific things, you become devil. Understand the whole gist of the Bible, you will become God. You don't need to quote. Then people will quote your words. If you digested Bible, you don't have to quote Bible. People will quote your words. When you have not digested the Bible, you will quote. Whenever you quote without digesting, you will be devil. So always only devil quotes the Bible. Never person who understands. If you understand and digest, people will quote your words. And you don't have to quote any other thing.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nathan, all of you. So this is a revelation by Swamiji on why having the ultimate relationship in your life with Guru is the most important thing. So now let's enter into the internalization exercise. Actually, we first will be entering into the technique to unclutch. And unclutching is one of the powerful technique that Swamiji has given to all of us. And it actually, the word unclutching itself occurred to Swamiji as a Mahavakya. And unclutching you can do anytime, anywhere. So now we'll be entering into this technique. So now you can sit with your head and spine in a straight line. Naturally, when you sit, some thoughts will come. The moment you see a thought coming, do not give meaning to the thought. Understand, you give it meaning only if you connect it with your past. Without giving meaning to it, just remember to unclutch and see what happens.
From the moment you remember, let me unclutch from this thought. Let me not give meaning to it. For a few seconds, there will be a small silent gap. The moment you are aware that there is a silence, it will become one more thought. Then unclutch from that also. So sit and decide. Any thought that may come, let me not give meaning to it. Let me not clutch to it. Let me unclutch from this thought. Let me not give meaning to it. Sit and simply let the thought pass.
Then again, there will be gap for a few seconds. Then one more thought will come. Like, I am in silence. I am unclutching. Unclutch from that thought also. Just the gap or the silence should become longer and longer. That is the whole idea. Naturally, it is the nature of mind to wander somewhere after a few minutes.
The moment you remember or become aware that the mind has wandered, unclutch. There is no need to have guilt or be agitated that the mind has wandered. Just the moment you remember that you have wandered with your mind, unclutch. That's all.
In the initial level, it may be very gross, like a solid fight. You may have to utter the words unclutching, like mantra, like unclutch, unclutch, unclutching. But in just few moments, you'll see it becomes subtle process. With unclutching, every moment will be new. Every moment will be ecstasy. Every moment will be joy. Every moment will be excitement. Unclutching is the source of unending excitement. That is Nityananda Spurna. So now let's begin this technique of unclutching. Sit, and as you sit, all the thoughts that are coming, don't give meaning to it. Let's begin this unclutching and understand, unclutch. Whatever thought is coming, do not give meaning. Just unclutch. Now you can slowly relax. Remember to unclutch any moment that you feel you need to unclutch. Just apply this technique of unclutching anywhere, anytime. Every moment you will be filled with ecstasy and the ultimate unending excitement. Every moment will be joy with the unclutching. So with this, as we understand that the moment we unclutch, we enter into that pure ecstasy. In that, existence is not an enemy for us. When we enter into that space, we realize that whole existence is in oneness. It is your friend. It is not, as we feel the individuality, we feel that we are separate, existence is separate, and are we feel that existence is a enemy to us. In the next revelation by Swamiji, we are going to enter into the revelation about how the whole existence is your friend. So please come to the space of listening and let's.
Krishna says, next sutra, next sloka, is the main core which reveals the secret. He tells Arjuna and to all of us, Ananyas Chintayanto Mamye Jana Pariyubasade Desham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyakam. He says, Ananyas Chintayanto Mamye Jana Pariyubasade Desham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyakam. Those who always worship me, those who always reside in me, those who are having the Ananyas Chinta, means non-dual bhavana, means people who became me, people who experience the eternal consciousness. Ananyas Chintayanto Mamye Jana Varyupasade. People who have become me, people who reside in eternal consciousness, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Please be very clear. No other incarnation has revealed this truth so clearly. He says, if you reside in the eternal consciousness, the divine energy, the bliss consciousness, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Yoga and Shema. I give them whatever they want and I take care it stays with them. I take care that nobody steals from them. Beautiful statement and assurance. Please understand, it is not just assurance, it is promise. Assurance is different, promise is different. It is promise. Krishna gives a promise. If you reside in my consciousness, if you reside in eternal consciousness, whatever you lack, I bring. Whatever you lack will be given to you, and whatever you have will be preserved. It's a strange thing. He means just be spiritual, you will have everything, nothing will be lost. Very difficult to believe. At least people who are trained in the so-called Western education. Very difficult for them to believe. How can I have what I want just by meditating, Swamiji? Immediate question. How can I have what I want just by meditating? Please be very clear. Now, in the modern day, especially the quantum physics, after the breakthrough of quantum, science clearly proves it is just your thoughts which creates the whole universe. It is your thoughts which creates the whole universe. If you reside in eternal consciousness, you create your own universe. And not only that, the universe responds to your thoughts. A small research, but important research. I read in a magazine. One professor, he took 3 rose plants, rose bush, same size, same kind, kept in 3 different rooms. He will enter into the first room and start using the beautiful words. You are so beautiful, you are nice, you are great, don't worry, I will protect you, why do you need thorns? He will give all assuring, caring words, loving mood he will create. Next he will go to the second plant, will not do much, just he will see and come away. Neither negative nor positive. Third he will go and just curse the plant. What nonsense are you doing? You are ugly. All the negative energy he will create by words. He continued to do this 21 days. Just as a research, how plants respond to thoughts. Please understand, it is shocking to see the report, end result. He says, the first plant to which he used to give positive words, the plant has grown twice and no thorns. I myself have seen that photograph. I saw the photograph of that plant. No thorn in that rose. Whole plant, no thorns. Just because he gave the assurance, I will protect you. Why should you protect yourself? Don't bother, there is no need for thorns. Rose plant without thorns. Next, it was a normal rose, it was there, that's all. It's just normal growth. Third, the plant died. The plant died. Not once. 11 times he repeated the same experiment in a different places in a different way. All the 11 times, the third plant which received negative thoughts died. He says all 11 times the plant died. Sir C.V. Raman, he proved even the plants are living. This experiment proves the existence, outer world responds to your thoughts. Not only that, one more research. Just like our ECG, electrocardiogram, now they have discovered a machine to read the vibrations of tree. Read the vibrations of trees. They fixed, in 20 trees they fixed that machine and started observing the vibration or the pulse created by the tree. For experiment purpose, they made woodcutter to come inside the garden with the thought of cutting a particular tree. You will be surprised. Only that tree, he did not even go near that tree. With that thought, he entered the garden. Immediately, that tree's grass started oscillating, started jumping. The tree is panicking. The tree started suffering. Tree started feeling the fear. Next day, they told him to come thinking to cut the other tree, some other tree. Exactly according to his thought, if he wants to cut the tree X, the X tree graph is just jumping. If he comes inside the garden, with the thought of cutting white tree. The white tree graph jumps. Please be very clear. Existence responds to your thoughts. You are not an island. You are not an island. Don't think, you can think whatever you want in your inner space and your outer life will be different. Your outer life and the inner life is very deeply connected. If you live the spiritual life, automatically you will attract only spiritual friends around you. Your world also will become spiritual. All other relationships will drop by itself. You will not even feel like relating. Many of our devotees come and tell me, Swamiji, nowadays I am not able to go to parties. Even if I go, I have nothing else to talk. I am not able to talk anything. What usually these fellows will talk in parties? Same that stock market. Who ran away with whom? Who is going with whom? And who is staying with whom? Same thing. Nothing useful. The same information. And everybody feels that they know some 4-5 secrets. They'll call somebody separately. Don't tell anybody. It's only for you. Do you know? Just 3 days ago. This is what happened. If you want to spread some news, if you want to spread for a few hundred people, telephone. Few thousand people, television. If you want to spread for millions of people, tell a woman. Telephone, television, tell a woman. And not only that, just telling will not do. You should take a promise. This is a secret. It should not be told to anybody. Only for you. Then after 10 minutes, even your dog will bark with that news only. Especially in India. In America, of course, people don't meet each other, almost isolated. In India, they cannot relax. If they get some news, unless it is delivered to at least a few hundred people, they cannot relax. And best way to spread news. And they have their own network. They know if you tell one person, that person will take care of that. Other few hundreds. Other few hundreds. Anyhow. Understand, the existence responds to your thoughts. People who enter into the spiritual life, they can't go to the normal parties. They can't have the same old usual talks about your stock or who is with whom, what happened, where things happened, who ran away, all those things. You will not have time. You will not have energy. You will not have mood. Only based on your thought, you create relationships, friends, society, your circle, and naturally your whole world. Again and again, Vedanta says, Drishti Srishti. You create the universe from the angle of your vision. If your drishti changes, srishti changes. If your vision changes, world changes. They say, not only they say, it is truth. You project your world and see. See, in front of a projector, whatever you keep, whatever slide you keep, that appears in the screen. If you keep a slide of God, that God photo picture will appear in the screen. Screen is this physical planet Earth. Whatever you keep in front of your consciousness, according to that you project your life, your world and experience. The slide decides the scene on the screen. Your mentality decides the way in which you perceive the world, the way in which you experience the world. A small change in the slide will change the scene. Small change in your mind will change your whole world. The screen is same. The backdrop screen is same. But the scene changes. Same way, if your inner space, if your thought changes, the whole universe changes. Whole universe responds. Whole existence responds to your inner space. Don't think you are an island. You are part of this whole existence. You are not alone here. If you think you are alone, you will continuously fight with existence, fight with the whole universe. You will see the rest of the universe as an enemy. Part can never see the whole as enemy. You are part. This is whole. If you see this as an enemy, you can never rest. Only a person who understands the whole is his own being. He is part of the whole. He can realize tremendous relaxation and bliss. He says, Ananyas chintayanto mamye jana variyubasade desham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. When you reside in my consciousness, whatever you lack, I get, and whatever you have, I preserve. We may think, yes, Swamiji, we know, we understand, universe responds to our thoughts, but how can I get what I want? Please understand, the moment you change your thoughts, the moment your inner space changes, automatically you start attracting things towards yourself. Please be very clear. If you tune your TV to BBC, you will see the BBC channel. You will tune your TV to ABC, you will see the ABC channel. If you tune to CNN, you will see CNN. Same way, if you tune your consciousness to bliss, continuously even material wealth will shower on you. We may think, how can it be possible? How can this happen? What kind of words Swamiji is giving? But I tell you, now it will look very difficult. You may feel very difficult to understand. But start experimenting. I courageously tell you, I declare from my own authority, this sloka is a solid truth. Because 9 years I lived. I tell you, this is a promise by the divine. 9 years I lived in utter insecurity. I know Krishna still proves his words. Still he proves his words. Yogakshemam vahamyaham, he does. I can quote thousands of incidents from devotees' lives. Thousands of incidents. In so many devotees' lives, Tukaram, Tulsidas, so many masters' lives, I can quote. I can quote so many incidences from my own life, from my life. Let me tell you a small incident. Again I tell you, it's an honest truth. I promise this incident is truth. I was staying in Hardwar, place called Kankal. I was staying and doing tapasya. Every day morning I'll go for a bhiksha, where they give the bhiksha for sadhus. In so many ashrams they give bhiksha for sadhus. I go there, get my bhiksha, I'll come and eat 2-3 rotis and start meditating. Suddenly I fell sick. High temperature and diarrhea. I could not even walk. I was not able to walk. I thought, what can be done? All right. Suddenly, one young sannyasi, he came and he gave me food. Not only one day, continuously for 3-4 days, every day he will come, he will bring food for me. Not only food, he brought the medicine also. I asked him one day, who are you, from where you are? He said, oh, my name is Shankar. I just stay in nearby ashram called Sadhana. There is an ashram. Nearby ashram. He said, Sadhana. Every day he started coming and giving me food and medicine till I became all right. At least some 4-5 days. Every day he came. And because he came every day, after 2-3 days I started talking to him. He became a little acquainted. And I saw he was having a beautiful pen with a diamond on it. Diamond jewelry. There are many diamonds are put nicely. Pen with diamonds. Beautiful pen. And I was surprised how a sannyasi got such a costly gift. I asked him, what is this, Baba? What is this, Swamiji? He said, this is a diamond pen. Some devotee gave me. It looks so nice, I am having it. So, anyhow, I did not bother about it. After a few days, when I became all right, he stopped coming. Then I thought I should go and see him. Now I am able to walk and move. I should go and see him. I felt little connected because he served me. He helped me. I should go and see him. After a week, when I became completely all right, I started walking. I came to the same ashram and inquired, Swamiji, I wanted to see Shankar Swamiji. Shankar? Whom you are talking? I said, I wanted to see Shankar, young Swami. I met him 2-3 days ago. He used to come every day. He will bring me food. In our ashram, there is only one Shankar. Go to the temple, see, he is the only Shankar we have. They showed the Shiva statue. And I tell you, it's a truth. Promise. When I entered the temple, I saw the same pen. Shiva's cloth, same pen, same diamond pen. Of course, simply tears rolled in my eyes. And I felt, so much of gratitude overflowed. I asked that Swami, how did this pen come to the Shiva? Who will put pen on Shiva statue? He said, 1 week ago, some devotee brought an offer. Because it was looking so nice, they said it is a diamond. So we just wanted to decorate Shiva with the diamond jewelry. So we put that on him. Same pen. Diamond pen. I asked, who will put pen on Shiva? If you put other jewelries, you can believe. And he said, I don't know. Just some devotee brought an offer. This pen, they gave it to me. I said, because it is diamond, why a sannyasi should have diamond? I wanted to give it to God. I wanted to put it on Shiva. So just I inserted on the Shiva's cloth. Of course, just because of this one incident, I am not asking you to believe the whole thing. You can experiment in your life. You may say, this is your experience. How can this be a truth for us, Swamiji? Again, ordinary mind can doubt. This is your experience. How can this be truth for us? But I tell you, your very consciousness, inner space, has got the quality to create miracles in your life. Miracles can happen in your life. Continuously, they are happening. One simple thing, I think the other day I was talking about this. When a telephone rings, suddenly you will remember some friend's name. When you go and pick up the phone, he will be there on the line. And somebody knocks the doorbell. You go and open the door. You remember somebody and you go and open the door and he is there. This is what I call power of coincidence. Power of coincidence. In each one of us, the power of coincidence, the power to create, the power of coincidence exists. In each one of us, the power to create miracles exists. But all we need to do is open that. Understand you have the power to create the power of coincidence. Trust your consciousness is connected to universe. Continuously, universe is caring for you. The divine is waiting for you. It responds to your thoughts. It is you who create what you want. Just how you create a whole world in your dream. In the dream, you project the whole thing and create. You have the same power to create your world even when you are conscious, when you are in the waking state. When you can create a world in the dream state, can't you create that in the waking state? You are doing it. Now, even now, you are creating your world. Next question will come. If we are creating, why are we creating so many miseries, Swamiji? Because you have vested interest in your sufferings. Please be very clear. You have vested interest in your sufferings. Maybe there are some more reason, some other utility you must be having because of your suffering. It is you who create your whole thing. When your inner consciousness changes, when you start residing in the eternal consciousness, automatically you attract the power of coincidence. You attract the power of coincidence. The moment you understand Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat, you attract Lakshmi. Because Lakshmi stays with Vishnu. If you understand the whole universe is divine, is pervaded by divine. When you experience, when you understand Vishnu, you attract Lakshmi. That's a beautiful mantra in Tantra Shastra. Ananda Kamranaha means the fortune, Adrishta, is attracted by Ananda. When you create a blissful inner space, automatically you attract even the external wealth. Tell me, what all the things which creates wealth? Clear thinking, creative mind, the ability to take spontaneous decisions, ability to respond spontaneously is what? Responsibility. Ability to respond spontaneously to any situation is the responsibility. If you are able to respond spontaneously to any situation, you can take that responsibility. You need clarity of thinking, creativity, and power to take responsibility. All these three only creates wealth and preserves wealth. If you enter into the bliss space, if you keep your inner space blissfully, if you enter into the bliss consciousness, all these three automatically happens to you. Automatically, all these three happens to you. Wealth will be created around you and it will stay with you. Automatically, all these three will happen to you. It is not that it should be showered only by lottery. It is not that it should be showered only by lottery. It can come in any form, but it will stay with you. Please be very clear. Whomsoever wins through lottery never preserves it. All over the world, so much of lottery is going on. Have you seen a single man who has become rich by lottery? I tell you honestly, I am going all over the world. Per year, around 200,000 miles I fly. Every year, average 200,000 miles I am flying. I am seeing lakhs of people. At least our movement has touched more than 1 million people. I tell you from my experience, I have not seen a single person who has become rich by lottery. By lottery, nobody can become rich. Even if they become, they do not know the value of money. In few days, they will blow it away. In Telugu, they will say that Nelu Dopdi. Put everything in the undi of Venkateshwara. In India, people do Nelu Dopdi in Tirupati. Here they do in Las Vegas. That's all. This country, they go to Las Vegas and drop everything. Las Vegas. That's why Las Vegas. Las Vegas. That's why Las Vegas. They go on, drop everything and come back. Be very clear. It is not that wealth should come only by lottery. It will come by intelligence. When it comes by intelligence, it will stay with you. When your inner space is taken care, automatically the outer space showers on you. You are a blessing for the planet Earth. Naturally, the existence responds, gives its gratitude to you. Never think existence is dumb. Never think universe is matter. It is intelligence. People come and ask me, Swamiji, I am searching for a guru. I feel so much inspired to do spiritual practice, but I want guru. I tell them, please be very clear. If your search is intense, God will send guru. He never misses his responsibilities. If you have not got the right guru, if you have not got the master, means, please be very clear, something seriously wrong in your seeking. If your seeking is proper, straight away master will happen in your life. He never delays. He never delays. He has got much faster system than any UPS, any overnight delivery. He can deliver in second. He never delays. Divine never delays. Jesus never fails. Please be very clear. All we need to do is change your inner space. First thing, understand this one secret. Whether you believe it or not, it is truth. A basic secret. Once you enter into the spiritual life, once you decide you wanted to live the spiritual life, from that moment, all your worldly things are also taken care by the divine. It responds to whatever you need and it takes care of whatever you have. We may ask all funny questions. Swamiji, then today onwards, if I stop working, will I have everything? Be very clear. If you enter into the spiritual mood, if you enter into the spiritual life, meditative life, you will never think of dropping your work. Why will you think of dropping your work? You will never think of dropping your work. You will only drop your worries about work. Then you will work in a much better way. Automatically you will work in a much better way. You will have the tremendous confidence. The whole existence is protecting me. Whole existence is my friend. I am not enemy of this whole. I am friend of this whole. Be very clear. When you understand you are the friend of this whole existence, cosmic energy, even after death you will not disappear. Because you know you will be there in the universe in some form. There is nothing to worry. Socrates says beautifully, before he was poisoned, Plato, his disciple, all of you should read the conversations between Socrates and Plato at the time of Socrates' death. I think Plato recorded the conversations of Socrates. They asked Socrates, are you not afraid of death? Socrates says, only two things. Either I will be alive after I leave the body, in some form, in some way, somewhere. Then why should I be afraid? I am going to be alive. Or I may not exist. Completely I may disappear. Then why should I be afraid? After all, I am not going to suffer. Either I will not exist or I will exist. If I am going to exist, why should I be afraid? I am going to after all exist. In some other form, in some other name, somewhere. If I am not going to exist, then what is there to suffer? There is no suffering. I am not going to suffer. Because there is nothing. Nothing is going to be. Then why should I suffer? In both ways, there is no need for suffering. Of course, his answer is logical. But I tell you, it is from experience. It is practical. From experience, I tell you, you will never perish. You will continue to exist in some form, somewhere. Even if you become enlightened, you will become such a pure conscious energy, you will be there everywhere. You will never die when you understand that existence is intelligence. Krishna says, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. My devotee never perishes. Name Bhakta Pranashyati. He says in the next chapters. Shipram Vavari Dharmatma Sasvat Chantim Nigachadi Kaunteya Pradijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashyati. He who quickly became dharmic means that understands this truth, enters into the eternal bliss, eternal consciousness. O son of Kundi, Kaundeya, declare it boldly. Prajadini, Pradijanihi means let it be declared boldly that my devotee never perishes. If you understand, when you understand the existence is intelligence, please be very clear, you will never perish. You will never die. Because you are going to be in this existence somewhere in some form. This body may move, but you will be there forever. When you understand, this whole cosmos is intelligence. Whole cosmic energy is intelligence. Your whole life is blessed with what you want. Whatever you lack will be supplied to you, and whatever you have will be preserved. And I tell you, very practical thing, just start from today. Decide, I will start living in a blissful mood, in a blissful way, in an utter relaxed consciousness. I promise you will attract Lakshmi. You will attract wealth. My disciple is a jeweler, goldsmith. Because he's a goldsmith, after he made that, he remembered me and he wanted to present it to me. He brought and gave it to me. And he's a very elderly Swami, elderly Sadhu. He said he made only one piece and he presented that to me, that to me. And I put that on a Shiva. And still it's a mystery. Still it's a mystery. When you intensely, really understand the truth, the whole universe is energy. The whole existence is energy. Please be very clear. Simply the yoga and Kshema happens in your life. Happens in your life. Let me tell you from my personal experience. Instead of, I can quote so many great devotees' lives where divine came down and served them, where divine took care of them. Mirabai, when she was given poison, Sri Krishna came and protected her. So many millions of stories I can tell. But let me tell you from my own life, at least 9 years I lived without touching money, with one water pot, the Kamandalu, with this 2-piece dress, walking length and breadth of India, living under trees, begging and eating. I tell you, whether you want it or not, accept it or not, believe it or not, divine always protects. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham is the solid truth. Ananyas Chintayanto Mamye Jana Variyuvasade Desham Nityabhiyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. When you understand this truth, not only in this world, wherever you go, you are protected. You will relax into the consciousness which will continuously protect you, take care of you. When you think the whole is your enemy, you will be continuously antagonizing it. When you understand the whole is your friend, you relax and enjoy the whole existence. To make your life as a hell or heaven is dependent on this one single sloka. Understanding the existence, trusting it, whether it's a matter or spiritual, matter or a spirit, that's all the secret of the whole thing.
I welcome you all with my
Yes. The whole existence is the friend. It's not your enemy. Whole existence supports you. So understand that fighting with the existence is not going to help. Understanding that existence is your friend and being aligned with that. And divine always supports you. So what a wonderful revelation. As Swamiji himself said that during his Parivrajaka Yatra, during his 9 years, he himself in so many ways, as he gives example of his Haridwar Yatra, where Mahadeva himself gave his pen to him, which was offered to by a devotee, a diamond pen to Mahadeva, and he appeared in the form of a Shankara, a person, and that Shankar gave that diamond pen to Swamiji. After inquiry, it came to know that one devotee actually offered to the linga that diamond ring. So Swamiji's life is filled with how the divine supports him. When you are going towards the divine, when you are aligning yourself to the divine, how the divine supports you in every step. So having this powerful cognition within you that divine is your friend takes you to the divine, makes you divine. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's day 15 of the Paramashivoham Level 1. So, and of course, tomorrow we'll be back with another sessions where Swamiji will be revealing truths and truths and truths. So when you are filled with the truths, understand, when you are filled with the truth, then divine just fills you. So get ready to receive tomorrow for another exciting sessions. And of course, the day will be starting with the Nityananda Yoga. So we now will be finishing with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nityananda Parameshwara Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam. Yes, thank you. Thank you all of you. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam.
See you all